All right, everybody. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Today is going to be utterly amazing. We are going to go through. There are three mistakes that I'm seeing a lot that people are making with their graphics, and I want to try and correct those. The concerns have come to me, and I want to just make it clear that um that it's not, it's not your fault. And a lot of times it's not a perfect science to these things. A lot of times things happen and we just need help. Okay. So, number one, and this is not, going against anybody or whatever. So, I'm going to go to pixels. I'm going to pick a black woman. Okay. I like her. I'm going to make the background to go with that pink. Let's see how that teal works. Will pink and teal work? So first I'm going to remove the background because I don't want to use the black background and try and match it up. I'm actually using the Canva app. So using the Canva app is actually works better for me on my desktop computer because I have a client's Canva open in each one of my browsers. So does that work good? I don't like the background. So first of all, on color choices, you want to make sure number one, you're using your brand colors. Number two, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to um how everything. I like that better, pink and blue. You want to pay attention to how things are clashing. So with colors, I know it's getting close to the holidays, and you're going to want to mix green and red together, and things like that. And that's not always the best thing. So that's the color part that you want to pay attention to. You want to put a dark background with light text on top of it, and then a light background with dark text on top of it. It helps with the overall visibility. If you're working with a designer, please be specific about what you want and give them directions on. I believe that this color would work better on here because graphic designers aren't mind readers, y'all. We aren't. We don't know everything, and we don't claim to know that. You could be seeing something that we aren't seeing, so please be clear on what you do and what you see, right? So I picked this beautiful lady. I love this photo. And if you have not, you can install the Pixels app on your Canva and you can get some amazing stock photos. Okay. First things first, you want to make sure you go to File, Show Rulers and Guides. You want to go to File, Show Margins, and you want to go to File and Show. Well, this isn't going to be printed, so you have to do the print bleeds. You can take that off. Okay, so I want to make sure I stay within my margins. Remember that now on most profiles on the Facebook profile, a lot of y'all are forgetting that there is a profile picture that's like right here. The profile picture is like right here. And if the profile picture is right here of someone, of you, then this is the area you have to work with. A lot of y'all have a lot of stuff going on where it's like stuff everywhere. You got long text, but nobody can see that simply because, and the reason why a lot of people do that is because they're literally designing from desktop when they need to learn how to design from mobile. So when you are going through and you're designing certain things, you want to make sure you take time out to look at what you're designing, how you're designing it, and making sure it's not cut off. because you could be throwing somebody off, and most people aren't going to take the time out to click on your picture to figure out what it says. So I see a lot of stuff where it's cut off. So we want to make sure, again, we pay attention to this circle. Oops, where you at, sis? So I normally make sure I pay attention to this space right here. And I'm going to make sure, the important information is above this line. Even if I was to take her and put her over here, I would go over here, flip horizontal, and it's okay that she's hidden. I want you to be able to get the information, right? So you can easily flip the picture, make it horizontal, flip it horizontal to get more in there, and then be able to go over here and have your text. But make sure you stay within these guidelines so that it makes sense. My font is League Spartan for my brand. So, that's recently used. I think you will see it. I guess I didn't see it. Where is that? Normally it's like right there, but I guess it is not dealing with me today. So where we at? Okay, so I like this one. It just makes it easier when I get a template. Put that over there. I'm aligning all of the text. I'm gonna ungroup this. Excuse me. Because I'm probably not gonna use this. But I want to make sure I have my heading. That's already in League Spartan. So you want to make sure you have hierarchy. That's really what these are for. So like this would be like the small small idea stuff, right? And I'm aligning this way, but I'm keeping it here. And the reason why I'm keeping it here is because around about, because this whole graphic is 1600, 1650 pixels. Around about here, I normally keep it, on the inside for safe space. And I also leave about, hold on. If you look here, I'm leaving space from the profile picture because I want to give people's eyes time to rest. And you can just drag these over, y'all. Like, you want to make sure you keep everything together. You can just drag these over if you want to, line things up. You can always screenshot and look at what these look like so you know what's going on, right? And these are not going to come off on your graphic. This is me just doing stuff for lining. So I try to keep it close. You have the ability, you can shift over to like 1400. So 1400 is like right here. So anything over 1400 pixels, I do not recommend, because I just don't recommend. So I do all of my stuff in League Spartan. So again, hierarchy. I don't believe in doing numbers that are like point something. So I believe in doing whole numbers. So if I'm doing something, I'm going to do my best to make sure the sizing is whole numbers. So you saw where I had the other one that was 0.3. I don't do half sizes, like even stretching it. I normally don't even stretch text. So I just try and do all of these things. So new year, new content. Okay. And I can shift this over a little bit. I'm giving, oh, not you. Come back to where you was. So this, I'm going to shift over. I'm also going to see how it looks like this. Can I move this down? I can always reduce the size because I want to make sure I'm giving myself enough space, okay, while still doing the hierarchy. So if you want to, 57, all right. So 57 works. Cool, and it's centered. I'm going to go to my spacing. Go here, go to my spacing. I just want to give it space. I really do want to give it space. I'm sorry, y'all, for coughing. Still a little under the weather. All I do is ooh, and I'm giving myself space in between. So that's part number 2 that a lot of people are doing. Then a lot of people are literally putting so much stuff on here that nobody can read it. Nobody can read it. So you've put all this stuff on here, and it's like, who is taking time out to read this? Your cover photo is supposed to be like a quick call to action. People jump on here and see what you have going on, and they're able to act on it. You can direct them to the links that are directly below on the first part of your profile. And side note, if you aren't using those links, you are missing out completely. Okay? You missing out, sis, bro, cousin, sister, friend. You're missing out. You're missing out. You're missing out. You're missing out. That makes it glow a whole lot more. No. That works better. Oh, no. White actually does better. It does go better with white. One thing you will see that I've seen a lot over the holidays is a lot of people have this white line around their cutouts. I put that line on there on purpose to, give it the extra oomph, but you normally make it like a color or something like that. And I can, make it bigger so it glows or whatever. But a lot of people are cutting out their images, and when they're cutting them out, they're like cutting out a line around their photos. So if you ever get into Canva and you are like, oh my God, my picture has a white line around it, you need to make your background white, sis. I know you want to use your brand colors and etc., but I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do what you gotta do and make it a do what you gotta do and make it into a white background, because that is something that a lot of people are doing. And after you pile on all of that stuff, you done piled on all the stuff. You trying to get people to read it. your stuff is cut off. So going back over it. So, color psychology, we broke that down, talked about the colors and what you need to do with the colors and etc. Right? I know it's getting close to the holidays. But yeah, the the red with the green text on top, nobody can read it. Okay. You want to make sure you have a dark background with light colors on top, or vice versa. All right. The second thing, everybody's designing these amazing covers. They're so pretty. And guess what? You're not paying attention to the fact that there's a profile picture here, and nobody can read all of your text all the way down here under this profile picture. And people aren't taking the extra time to go read that. So pay attention to the fact that this is where your profile picture is more than likely going to be on it. You want to try and build something where you pay attention to, your profile picture, the picture in the background being here, your text being here, using hierarchy and etc. We talked about aliasing. Aliasing is when you have that white line around your picture. And guess what? If you have that white line around your picture, go ahead and make your background white. Go ahead and make your background white, because that's literally, it's just better that way. It doesn't look unprofessional. You don't look like you're cramming stuff in there. Like if it's like really, really junky and hard to read, you're not giving people time to read. We also talked about using your guidelines to try and give your reader space in order to read and etc. to go through the process. Now, what I'm about to do with this graphic is we're going to talk about exporting. Now, when you export on your phone, you're exporting these banners. Normally what happens is that it doesn't give you the option to do the above, which is to, when you download, if you don't want it to look pixelated, you need to take the time out to make this bigger. Okay. And the issue with that is that, and guess what? You got to pay for Canva to do this. I can't tell you how many people that aren't paying for Canva are literally like, what? What do you mean? So automatically, let's go back. Automatically, when I click download, it's already right here, right? But you want to increase the quality if you want it to not be as pixelated. Remember that if it's pixelated on your 27-inch computer, it's possibly not going to be pixelated on the phone or on a smaller computer, because that's where the pixels are based off of. Everybody don't have a 27-inch computer like I do. So I know that on your phone, because a lot of mobile traffic does come from there, you're able to start, doing there. So if you worry about pixelization, I would do this. Also, if you have your pictures on your phone, more than likely they're saved in HEIC format. And if they're saved in HEIC format, then they are of a lower resolution and you can't add pixels to pictures like that, right? Because they're purposefully compressed to save space on your iPhone. Or you may have a video that's HEIV and it's compressed for that. And this is like iPhone, okay? So what you would need to do, I'm so sorry, y'all. What you would need to do is to make sure that, first of all, you have a folder on your Google Drive where you save your photos that are of a higher quality. When you're saving your photos on there, they are in JPEG and you can install it right here on Canva. Okay. So you don't run into any issues. I really hope that this helps as you are designing, your Black Friday offers, etc. I really hope this helps. I believe I am going live on Facebook, and I'm not going live on Instagram. Oh, I am on Facebook. Okay. I'm not going live on Instagram. Hey, Lanika. Okay. Hey, Lanika. Let me mute this on my phone because I can't see the comments. Facebook don't mess with me like that. So just make sure when you're designing this, that you make sure you pay attention to this area when you're designing in Canva to keep things going. Also, you want to make sure you take time out to identify those areas. Like if you look at my profile, if you look at my profile, you know, I made sure that I really don't care if you see me or see the person, because that's not what you're here for. You're here to be informed on why you're here. Another major thing that I have learned is that you want to give people complete directions. So when you're giving people complete directions, you want to make sure you put something that's like a button or an arrow that's directing them on where to go, right? I don't like that arrow. Trash. Arrow. I'm gonna go here. You want to do something fun, because social media is supposed to be a fun space, right? Supposed to be a fun space. So something like that, you may use that and just rotate it around. Now what I'm gonna do is resize this. I will be using this banner eventually, but I want to use I'm showing y'all. And if you are interested, please make sure you stay tuned to me, because I will be doing a Black Friday offer that is 365 days of content. If you want to learn how to do this content yourself, on the 20th, I will be having a class where we will, and that's in 3 days, we'll be talking about Canva Unlocked. You can join the regular access. This is a monthly training that I do. Canva Unlocked is $47 for general access. If you want the workbook and on how to create these different items, it is $197 to join. It's $197 to join because it comes complete with a workbook, tutorials, and etc. So yes, so you instantly want to go in here, and now you can type inside these boxes. You want to say click the link below. We're gonna change this to my font, which is League Spartan. I'm gonna make the text white. Again, I'm designing this in the Canva app, and this is pointing straight down to that. A lot of times you'll see people that have different stuff, but you want to keep it simple. A lot of people can't read all of the stuff that you think that they can, and you need to make sure that you're making something that is legible more so than pretty. So make sure everything that you design and create is about legibility, more so than anything. Details are hidden while you share your screen. Okay. I'm using the Melon app, so it's notifying me of certain stuff, but yeah, you make sure that when you're doing stuff, position to the back, colors going to be white. No, it's not. It's going to be yellow. No, it's going to be white. A lot of this stuff I literally just play with, y'all. But I know the branding elements and what works. The reason why I put certain stuff is because I want to enhance the overall image and be able to show people different stuff that is possible with Canva. I know people like to think graphic designers are supposed to do like all this complicated stuff, but it's literally about you being able to get sales. It's literally about you being able to get your message across. So while I'm trying to get you to understand, getting the message across, all of this other stuff is completely irrelevant. It's just about style at this point, about what I want people to see. That's all it's about. So again, what we started off with we talked about making sure when you start, I know it's getting close to the holidays, making sure with these holiday colors that you pay close attention. You don't putting the red text on green or the green text on red. It's a visibility problem. You want to make sure that you have an understanding of color choices, and that when you have a dark color, You want to put like light on top and etc. If you hire a designer, please be specific about what you want and what you desire. Remember, always less is more, and it's not about what you like. What you like is completely irrelevant. It don't matter. Don't nobody care what you like. It's about making sure that when you're talking to customers and you're talking to clients, that you are able to get your message across to them so that they understand it, and it creates a process so that they can buy from you, right? Nobody cares what you like. Nobody cares. You do great things. That's all nice, fine, well. People come to you because you are the expert and etc. But if your likes aren't proven by a certain process, it's completely irrelevant. Also, make sure y'all use this lock button. Using this lock button with the position button helps so much with understanding layers. And that's something I go into in Canva Unlock. I'm not gonna go really a lot into it right now. But the next thing we talked about is A-listing. A lot of people are going through, they get a photo from their phone, and they're getting this photo from their phone rather than hiring an actual photographer. And because they refuse to hire a photographer, um, their iPhone and etc. Gives them this low quality, or they have a photographer that's janky, and that janky photographer gives them a photo. They have to cut out the background, and they end up with a line around in the photo. What happens is that it's called A-listing, right? When you get that white line around, you need to make sure you take time out and put your stuff on a white background. I know you may be like, oh my God, why I gotta use a white background? Because when you're out here and you're trying and you care about your presentation, putting it on a white background really makes it look a lot better, and it doesn't give them something else to look at. It don't make it look like your wig is wrong, your weave is wrong, no nothing. Like, it's just plain and simple. Number 3, a lot of people are designing these Facebook banners and headers, and they are not concerned about the profile picture nor concerned about it getting cut off. And that's very important to pay attention to. Make sure you use your guidelines, your margins, and your guides to make sure that you pay attention to what is getting cut off. What is getting cut off. You want to make sure it's clear. You want to have space so people can read, so don't do the extra. So you want to keep it as simple as possible. I know people like to get flyers and everything and put all of this information on here. Guess what? We are in the land of social media. Like, if you want to put a book on your cover photo, talk about, pieces of the book and things like that. Don't try and sell them the whole book on this area up here. So pay close attention. And lastly, we talked about exporting. Some people got some blurry photos. Oh my goodness. Like, it's so blurry you can't even read it, right? Or it's blurry on, and if it's blurry on mobile, I guarantee you it's blurry on desktop. So when you're going through, first of all, pay for Canva or pay for Photoshop or whatever you prefer to use. Go in here, select PNG. PNG is the best. I always do complex images. I'm just gonna be honest. I always do complex images. So I always share PNG. Always. I don't choose JPEG. I have a paid account, so I don't know if the free people have access to PNG. But yeah, I always do PNG. Then if you are, if you want something bigger or larger, but pay attention to the rules and guidelines of the platform, you can take it up to 1.5. 1.5 gives it a larger resolution when you're exporting it. But please remember, whatever pixel your image is, they can't add pixels to your image. They can't make it any bigger or make it, better than what it is. Like, they can't fix this part of this girl hairline up here. Certain stuff you just can't fix. Certain stuff you just can't fix by making it bigger. And I know we would like to believe, like, you can see her lace right there, right? But you have to zoom in order to see it, right? But this is about the size of a Facebook banner. Nobody's going to see her lace. I brought it to your attention. So just make sure you pay attention to all of that. Share this with your friends. Share this with anybody. Again, we have Canva Unlocked access. The link is in will be in the chat and in the description, where you'll be able to go in and sign up for Canva Unlock. You have 3 days to sign up for the $47 class, unless you want the workbook where we go through all of this. Plus, you get a homework session with me where we go through your graphics and lay things out. Also, I will be releasing, so please follow me. If you're not even interested in doing all of this, I will have 365 days of content prepared for your business. For my coaches and consultants out there that will easily be able to just take it, pop your image in here, change a couple pieces of text, and call it a day. So I look forward to talking to y'all, working with y'all. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'm here for a short time, not a long time, but a sure enough a good time. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye.